Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the daughter.
Megan, take it away.
We are playing year 4 of the Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle deck building game.
Yeah.
Super excited for this one. A lot of my favorite characters come out. Well, mainly just one favorite character, but you know, you'll see that when we start playing.
No spoilers?
No spoilers. They gotta watch it.
Well, okay, so we're in game 4.
Because these games do have spoilers if you're not caught up.
Yes, things are going to start getting even darker.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in game 3, we were introduced to the Dementors and the Dementor's Kiss.
Yes.
Now we've got to deal with, well, why
Some
don't you
more
just...
Death Eaters.
Yeah, so why don't you just take a look, and so we're going to play through it, and then we'll tell you what we think of game 4.
Alright.
Welcome to game 4.
In the Tri-Wizard Tournament.
Yeah, so let's talk about what is new out of the box, because this was the biggest box we've had since game 1.
And this is one I was very much looking forward to. So, big box, mainly just because of 4 added components. You're not getting too much, but you do get these awesome house dice.
Yeah, and these are not stickered on there, and
They
I
look
thought
like
they
it.
were. Yeah, because I don't feel any kind of edge. So
Nope.
these are printed on there. In fact, I'm holding it so I can look at it with the light, and I do not see any kind of seams on there. But you have one for each house. So let's talk about the advantages of each one of these dice. So yellow is...
It's for Hufflepuff, and you get more health on Hufflepuff, which is pretty cool. So there's 3 of those. So on each of the die, you have a health, the Ministry Influence, the Lightning Bolt attack, and a card. So you can either draw a card, get an attack, money, or health.
And we have green, which is Slytherin.
Slytherin, which you get more fighting power with them. With the Ravenclaw and the blue, you get to draw more cards. And with Gryffindor being red, you get more Ministry Influence.
Yeah.
But how do you get these these cool dice?
Well, there are certain dark art cards that make you roll these.
There are, but for you to be able to use the advantage, we have some new allies, which are the head of houses for all of them. So it's pretty cool. So you've got your Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and Gryffindor. They each kind of have different abilities on what you get. And then you also get to roll the dice and get that bonus ability, which is pretty cool. They do cost 6, so they are a little bit pricey, but at the same time, they're so worth it.
So we finally get McGonagall and Snape in the game.
We do. And we got Sprout and Flitwick. Can't forget them.
So the other way that we are going to be rolling those dice is from the new... So there's one Dark Arts card that has you roll the dice. That is the Heir of Slytherin. And it has you roll the Slytherin die. And if you get the Lightning Bolt, all heroes lose a health. The Influence, add 1 token to the location. A heart, remove 1 lightning bolt from all villains. And the card, all heroes discard a card. So not good things.
Nope, but when you get to roll the dice, everyone gets those good abilities. So that's a plus for you. Kind of going back to our other allies, we do have our Tri-Wizard champions here. So we've got Crumb, Cedric, and Fleur.
Crumb.
There's no one like Crumb. But, you know, so we've got all of them. And you have the one notable Hufflepuff in this game, being Cedric. So you don't have Mr. Scamander. And we do also get Alistair Mad-Eye Moody, but as y'all know in this game, or movie, it's not actually Moody until the very end. Because it is my favorite Death Eater of all times. Which I'm going to jump to the villain, because I was most looking forward to this card, and I'm so glad he has a card.
Because it's David Tennant.
It's David Tennant. It's Barty Crouch Jr., the best Death Eater, next to Bellatrix Lestrange. But I was super happy he gets a villain card. You cannot remove Dark Mark locations with him when he's in play, which is not a good thing. But we also have some Death Eaters that come up. So every time Mars Marta or a new villain is revealed, all heroes lose a health. So that's not good there. But there are only 2 new villains in this game. And with Mars Marta, that's one of our Dark Art cards with David Tennant on it, so I like it. And the past couple games we've been playing, I'm always the person that ends up drawing this card, like no matter what.
Yeah, and
It's just so
thankfully
weird.
we did not have the Death Eater when those cards came out either.
We've been really lucky, but with them, with the Mars Marta, all heroes lose a health, and you add 1 to the location. And with, if the first location is, taken over, you start drawing 2. each time, which is
Yeah.
never fun. But we do have Avada Kedavra, which is one of our new dark arts. Active hero loses 3 health, and if it stuns the hero, you add an additional dark mark to the location, and then you get another dark art event on top of it, which is never good. Same with this one, with Crucio, you lose a health, and then you have to draw another dark art. Regeneration is remove 2 lightning bolts from all villains.
Yeah, that's not good.
Which is ironic, I say, with Regeneration being in the game that David Tennant comes in.
That's true.
But, you know. And then Imperio, active hero chooses another hero to lose 2, and then you draw another dark art card. So those are all of those new dark arts, along with the Heir of Slytherin, which we already talked about. So we'll shuffle those in.
So let's talk about the new locations. So we have 3 of those for this game. We have the Quidditch World Cup.
Who
so that's
won the
where
Quidditch World Cup? Do you remember?
It was the Irish.
But Crumb caught the snitch.
Yeah, well, because Crumb is a snitch.
Whoa,
So
okay.
there's the Quidditch World Cup, and then we have the Triwizard Tournament,
It's a good
and
task there.
then we have the Graveyard.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, so yeah, we don't want to get to that point.
We haven't got to that point.
No,
which is
we
good.
have not. So
But we do have
we
some...
have gotten to the Triwizard Tournament though.
Yeah, but we do have a couple things to help us out, though. We have our allies. We also have some new spells. You get 2 new spells this game. You get Accio and Protego, which are pretty good to have. So we get a couple of those. And we get a lot of Hogwarts of History. I believe there's like 6 or 8 of these in the deck.
No way.
No, there's a lot. Like, these were the most popular. I just drew one of each out. But Hogwarts of History is a great card. It's only worth 4, which is great. But you can go ahead and choose any of those house dice to roll. You do not need a head of house in order to get that, which is super cool, especially if you're in need of health or you want to try to get an extra card or an extra lightning bolt. Super good to have this. We also get the Triwizard Cup, so the infamous port key there. But it is pretty cool because it lets you get one of everything, so that's awesome. And then we have the Pensieve. Any 2 heroes gain an influence and you draw a card. So pretty good items there.
And a 2-player game, that means we both get to do it.
Exactly. That's like the nice thing about those when it's any 2, because it's always both of us.
Yep. So that really is all there is that is new to
Who are you
Game
playing
4.
as this game?
I am going to be playing as Ron
That way
Weasley.
you don't need to remember all.
No,
so if you
I
saw
don't.
our last game, you know what a fiasco it was with the remember all.
So I've been playing with Ron when we've been playing Game 4, so I'm going to stick with him.
He's actually been doing really well with Ron.
And it says if you assign 3 or more lightning bolts on your turn, any 1 hero gains 2 health. So that's really good.
Pretty nice. And then I'm sticking with Harry just because of his ability to get some Dark Mark locations off, or Dark Mark tokens off location. So the first time one of those is removed, any hero gains a lightning bolt. So that kind of helps with us defeating some villains.
Yep. All right, so let's shuffle all the decks up and get ready to play. Okay, so everything is shuffled up. Our first villains are going to be the Basilisk and Tom Riddle. Now, the Basilisk says that heroes cannot draw extra cards. You'll still draw 5 at the end of your turn. And then Tom Riddle says for each ally in your hand, active hero chooses one. You either lose 2 health or you discard a card. So we do not want to do that.
It's kind of nice to get those guys out really early, especially the Basilisk, but I kind of like getting Tom out early because if you start acquiring allies later on, that's good to get him out of the way and not have to worry about that.
That is true.
Because
So
I had that game a couple games ago and I had like 4 allies in my hand and that hurt.
are you going to go first? Do you want me to go
I'll let
first?
you go, Weasley. Go for it.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I
I'll be
have...
nice. I mean, I am the chosen one, so, you know, I'll be nice again.
All right, so my first Dark Arts card is Morse Morday. All heroes lose a health and add 1 to the location.
All heroes. Come on, David.
Okay, so I have every flavor bean, Birdie Bots, which will give me an influence, and I don't have any allies, so
You're good there.
not going to get anything. And another 4 Alomoras,
So 5.
which gets me 5.
You can get anything on the board here, which is kind of nice. So you've got Hagrid and Ginny, Crystal Ball, Protego, Descendo, and Accio.
You know, I like getting Hagrid.
Hagrid's
I
so
really
good to
do.
have.
But with Tom Riddle in the play, I think I want to go for Descendio.
Really?
Yeah, because that gives
So,
me 2
bolts.
bolts, and that's Ron's specialty.
Yep.
Is he gets to heal on that? So
That's good.
yeah, I'm gonna go for the power.
Alrighty, my Dark Art event is a Pugno. All heroes reveal the top card of their deck. Heroes that reveal a card with a value of 1 or more Discard it and lose 2. Mine is a starter card, so I'm good there with nothing.
Well, then I gotta
But
shuffle
if
mine
you...
because I drew 5 cards.
Oh, I was like, wait a second. I was like, how are you already shuffling? So yeah, if yours has a value of 1 or more, discard it and lose 2.
Does not.
You're good.
My birdie bots.
Awesome. And then ally, I do have an ally. I don't really want to give up my ally.
You lose 2 or you discard a card.
I'll lose 1 because I have my invisibility cloak. So if this is in your hand, you can't lose more than 1 health from each dark art event or villain. So I'll only lose 1, which is not bad. So I have my invisibility cloak, which gives me an influence. Hedwig, which, you know what, I'm good on health right now, so I'll go ahead and take the lightning bolt. And 3 more Alomoras. So 1 bolt. I'm just gonna go ahead. We gotta get the Basilisk out of the way, pretty much. And then I've got 4. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Accio because it's pretty good. So you gain 2 influence, or you can search your discard pile for an item and put it in your hand.
Oh, and we get Essence of Ditney.
Pretty nice.
I always keep thinking of Dibney from the Flash.
Oh.
All right, my Dark Arts card is Expulsio. Active hero loses 2 health. Not good.
Nope.
And then Tom Riddle is going to say, because I have an ally, I will lose 2 health or discard a card. You know what? I think I'm going to lose 2 health.
Yeah.
So Hedwig will give me...
It's not Hedwig.
Oh, that's
I
not.
got
It's
Hedwig.
Pidwidgeon. I forget.
That's Ginny's owl.
Yeah, so I get 1 lightning bolt from that. My clean sweep will give me a lightning bolt, and if I would defeat a villain, I would be able to get something else, but I'm not going to.
And that still bothers me.
And 3 Alomoras, which is 3 money.
Because I know way too much about this
Influence.
universe.
Okay, so I've got 2. I'm going to throw those on the old Basilisk there. And then 3 money.
You can get the Ditney, the Crystal Ball, or Wingardium Leviosa.
The Crystal Ball, remind me again.
Draw 2 cards, and then you can discard any 1.
Well, I'm not going to do any
Do you want
drawing
health?
with that. I'm going to take the
I
Ditney.
was going to say. So that's 2. You had what, 3?
Yeah.
Okay. We get Crumb.
Crumb.
There's no one like Crumb. I think you're in love, Ron. He who must not be named, add 1 to the location. And ally, I do not have an ally, so don't have to worry about that. I have 4 Lohamoros for 4 influence. And then my Firebolt gets me a bolt.
Firebolt. Dun, 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 dun.
Pitbull was in the Harry Potter universe. That would be a song. So there's that on the Basilisk. I've got 4 influence. I'm gonna go ahead and take Hagrid since he allows people to heal. So we'll do
Hagrid's
that.
good. Like me,
Hagrid is
Hagrid.
good. It's not Hogwarts without Hagrid.
It is not.
So.
Dark Arts card, Flippendio.
Flippendio?
Flipendo,
Flipendo.
sorry. Active hero loses 1 and discards a card. So that takes me down to 4 health,
I am
which
a
is not
snob
good.
when it comes to this. Though.
And it doesn't really matter which card I get rid of, so I'm just going to get rid of my Birdie Bots, because then I have 4 Alomoras and 4 money.
Everything but Crumb and Protego.
You know what? I'm going to take the Crystal Ball.
Okay. So it's 3. Fizzled 1. Alright. Hand of Glory. Active hero loses a health and add a token to the location. I'm not good at this. If I don't get rid of allies, I lose health.
You lose 2 health or you discard a card.
Ooh.
You don't have to get rid of your allies. You just have to
Yeah.
discard a card
I'm going to get rid of my Loamoras.
for each ally.
I know, because I have 2. I'm getting rid of my 2 Loamoras. With Hagrid, I'm going to gain a bolt. All heroes gain a health.
Oh, thank you.
And then with Hedwig, you can choose gain 2 health or a bolt. I'm going to obviously take a bolt because do that. And then with the Firebolt, I get a bolt. And I'm 1 shy. But if you can take him out next round, that would be great.
Well, let's just see what my Dark Arts card is. It is Dementor's Kiss. Active hero loses 2 and all other heroes lose 1 health.
Yeah.
That puts me down to 3. But,
Hey, no, I'm not. I got my cloak. I'm not losing anything.
okay, you and your cloak. All right,
What do you
so
think about having hair?
I'm going to do a Descendo, which gets me 2 lightning bolts. I am going to use my Clean Sweep, which gets me a lightning bolt. And if I defeat a villain, I'm going to gain a money. I'm going to go ahead and use my Essence of Ditney to get 2 of my health back. I have a Birdie Bots, which will give me an influence, but I could get a lightning bolt, but I don't have any allies. And then an Aloha. So here we go. I've got 3.
Awesome.
I'm going to put 1 on the old Basilisk there and 2 on Tom Riddle.
How many are you assigning?
I'm assigning 3. So Ron's ability kicks in.
Awesome.
Which Ron says, if you assign 3 or more lightning bolts on your turn, any one hero can gain 2 health.
Take it,
So
you're lower.
I just got 4 health because of my Dittany too.
That's awesome.
So now that we have defeated the Basilisk,
Woo!
it is all heroes draw a card and we remove 1 token from the location.
Yay.
And because I defeated him, my clean sweep is going to allow me to gain money. But
You've got too many to spend first.
yeah, I've got 2 to spend and I got...
Chocolate Frog or Wingardium Leviosa?
Yeah, let me take Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay.
So now technically I
Yes,
gain my
the 1.
1 and that
that?
is it. So
Cool.
the Basilisk goes away and we get to see who our next villain is.
It is a Death Eater. So let's hope I don't draw. I didn't, haha. Flipendo, active hero loses 1, discards a card. Which is kind of nice then, because I drew, but I have my invisibility cloak, so I'm not losing a health. I have no allies for Tom to kick in, but I am discarding that card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 influence with all of that. I'm 1 shy of getting Snape.
You could take Crumb.
I could take Crumb. Crumb's not bad. You gain 2 bolts, which I think I'm actually going to go with him instead of Protego. So, taking him.
All right. My Dark Arts card is Musmorde. So all heroes lose 1 health, and we add 1 to the location, but the Death Eater card comes in, and now each time that happens, all heroes lose another health.
Well, at least I didn't draw it like I normally do.
That is true.
I normally end up drawing it.
So here's the good thing. So we get rid of the Basilisk, which
Yes.
prevented us from drawing cards. Now I get my Crystal Ball, which allows me to draw 2.
Nice.
And fortunately, we have already taken care of the Tom Riddle part because I didn't have any allies. I drew an ally, but I have to actually discard 1. So since I have a handful of Alomoras, I'm going to discard that. I'll play Pidgewiggin, and I will choose... man, I'm low on health. I'm at 5. But I'm going to go take that Lightning Bolt. I'm going to be a team player.
Go for it.
And then I've got 4 Alomoras, which will give me a total of 5.
Ooh, 1 shy.
So I'm going to go ahead and assign that bolt to old Riddle there. And for 5,
Anything but Snape.
let's see. Yeah, I'm going to take Expecto Patronum.
Gotcha. Alrighty. My Dark Art card. Remove 2 bolts from all villains.
Yeah,
So that
that's not good.
regeneration energy, you know. Alrighty. I have 2 allies. I like those 2 allies, so I'm gonna go ahead and discard 2 cards. So Accio, I gain 2 influence. Hagrid, gain a bolt. We all gain a health,
Woohoo.
so that's nice. And with Crumb,
Crumb.
go ahead and get 2 bolts. So we're just gonna put those back on there for him. And I've got 2 influence. I'll go ahead and take the Chocolate Frog. Chocolate Frogs are so good.
All right.
I love Chocolate Frogs.
I have He Who Must Not Be Named. Add 1 to the location. So we're on, we've got 4 on there, but the good thing is Expecto Patronum. So I'm going to get a Lightning Bolt, and I get to remove 1 from the location.
What's your Patronus? Do you know?
My Patronus? My personal Patronus?
Yeah, sure.
It's probably the Blue Note.
Mine's a Terrier, according to Pottermore.
I have the Crystal Ball, says draw 2 cards and discard a card. So I'm drawing 2, and I will discard that Aloha. I have Essence of Dittany, so gain 2 health. My Clean Sweep will give me another Lightning Bolt, and if I defeat a villain, I'm going to gain an extra thing. And I've got 2 Alomoras, so my 2 Lightning Bolts actually will take care of old Tom Riddle there.
Woo!
buy.
Awesome.
So I will gain, well, I got to spend my
You
2
don't have
first.
anything to buy.
Nothing to buy.
Nothing to
All right,
buy.
so then I'll gain a token for beating him, but
Cool.
all heroes choose one, gain 2 health, or search their discard pile for an ally and put it in your hand. I know I don't have any allies in my discard pile, so I'm going to gain that 2 health.
I'll take Crumb in my hand. That works.
Now, here's the problem.
What's the problem?
He's going to fire because the new villain's coming out. So
You're right.
we have Peter Pettigrew. Active hero reveals the top card of their deck if it's a value 1, but we're going to do Dark Arts first.
Good, though. And that card for me, active hero loses that 2 health. And I do have my invisibility cloak, so I'm only losing 1. And I was good on the card with Pettigrew, but
I've got to lose a health for him
yes,
because the new villain
new
came
villain.
out.
Yep, sounds good.
And then I've got to. Oh, that's only you, right? Active hero.
Yeah, that was me. I have 3 Alomoras, so that's getting me 3 influence. Lightning bolt with my firebolt. Another influence with invisibility cloak, and Crumb gets me 2 bolts.
I'd put him on
yeah,
the
I was
Death
gonna say
Eater.
Death Eater. Out of all the Death Eaters, Pettigrew is like the least threatening too. And then I've got 4 influence. I'm gonna take Remus. I really like Remus. So
All right.
he is my favorite defensive.
So
Dark
we've got
Arts
Obliviate. All heroes choose 1, discard a spell, or lose 2 health.
agent. Gotta shuffle up and then I'll do that.
You know what? I am going to lose. I'm going to discard a spell. I'm going to just discard an Aloomora. So let's
Yeah,
do
I'll do
Peter
the same.
Pettigrew there. I flip my card, and guess what? It's an Aloomora, so
Woohoo.
I don't lose anything there. Cool. All right. I will play Descendio, so I'll gain 2 lightning bolts.
Awesome.
I will play Pidgewiggin, and I will gain a lightning bolt.
Ooh.
I will play my Birdie Bots, which says I gain an influence, and since I played an ally, I will gain a lightning bolt. And I have an Aloomora, which will give me another influence. So I have 4 lightning bolts to apply, which is just what we need to kill the Death Eater.
And Ron gets some nice things going too.
He will, but let me go ahead, and I've got 3 to spend. I guess there's only one thing I can buy is the Wingardium Leviosa, so I will buy that. This Death Eater is dead.
Woohoo!
All heroes gain a health,
Thank you.
and remove 1 from the location.
Awesome.
Now, Harry's ability only comes into play on your turn, right? No, anytime?
Anyone. Yep. First time a token is removed from the location each turn, any one hero gains a lightning bolt.
Oh.
So I'll go ahead and take it since I'm going next.
Yep. All right, so our new villain is
Dun-dun-dun.
Malfoy.
Ugh, which
Every
one?
Draco.
Ugh.
So every time we add a token to the location, active hero is going to lose 2.
Ugh. Alrighty. My Dark Arts is Poison. All heroes choose 1, discard an ally, or lose 2 health. I'm gonna lose the 2 health. And then with Pettigrew, I'm good. It's an Aloomora, so covered there.
So I gotta do what? With the,
You can either discard an ally or lose 2 health.
I don't have an ally.
So lose 2 health.
Whoa.
Firebolt, I'm gonna go ahead and gain a Firebolt there. Remus, gain a bolt. Any one hero gains 3 health. I'll go ahead and take it. Puts me at max. A level more gets me an influence. And Hedwig, I'll go ahead and take another bolt. Alright, so I'm gonna 4 bolts. We'll put them over there on Pettigrew. And I've got 1 influence, which gives me nothing. So that's that.
Alrighty. My Dark Arts card is Dementor's Kiss. Active hero loses 2 health. All heroes lose 1. I've revealed the top card, and it is my Essence of Dittany, so I lose that. And discard it and add 1 to the location. So that's not good. So I will go ahead and play my Crystal Ball. Get 2 cards here. I gotta discard any 1 card. So I'm gonna discard my Aloomora. I'll play Pidgewiggin and I will gain a lightning bolt. I will play Descendo and gain 2 lightning bolts.
Ooh. So we can take out Pettigrew and Ron can come in handy.
I'll do my Expecto Patronum. I will get another lightning bolt and remove 1 from here.
Awesome.
And
you can go ahead and take a bolt.
I'll take a bolt.
Go ahead.
You know,
Why not? Just go ahead and
I'm
start.
feeling it.
Ron is doing great.
Ron
What is
does.
he on right now?
He's on that
Felix Felicis?
Felix Felicis.
Jeez, he's doing good.
Not feces.
No, ew.
Not Felix feces.
Gross.
I will gain an influence, and Wingardium Leviosa, I will gain an influence, and if I get an item, I can put it on top of my deck.
Nice.
Unfortunately, there's nothing worth 2.
No, not at the moment. But you've got lightning bolts, which is like the best thing right now.
So yeah.
Look at you go.
So I'm gonna put 3 on old Pettigrew there,
Ugh.
and 2 on old Malfoy.
Woohoo.
So I can't spend these, so just get those out of the way right now. And
Pettigrew's bye-bye.
Pettigrew, go bye-bye.
Get rid of that rat.
He says all heroes may search their discard pile for a spell and put it in their hand and remove 1 from a location, which we've already removed 1. I got the lightning bolt, so that's not going to come into play. But search for a spell. Well, I know exactly which spell I want, and I want that Descendio.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What
that
I
goes in
said-
your hand.
It goes in my hand.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty, and the new villain. Like father, like son.
Oops.
And my dark art is Petrification. All heroes lose a health and cannot draw extra cards this turn. And I don't have my invisibility cloak though. But I have 4 lower mores, so 4 influence.
Did I not do that when I should have lost 2 health?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when I added that, because I had to do my Dittany for Pettigrew,
Yeah, that's fine.
I forgot to take my 2.
You're good. With Crumb, I can gain 2 bolts. And Chocolate Frog, any one hero gains a health and an influence. Go ahead and take the health and an influence.
Thank you.
Yep. 2 for Malfoy. And I have 4. I'll go ahead and take History of Magic. Or sorry, Hogwarts of History. I keep wanting to call it the other one.
All right, my Dark Arts card is Avada Kedavra.
Ooh,
Active hero loses 3.
Yike.
which
You're
is
not
gonna
stunned.
Put me, well,
at the moment.
yeah. I am not stunned, but I have to reveal another Dark Art card,
Oh.
which is Imperio. Active player loses, active hero chooses another player to lose 2. So that's actually
Me.
you, but I have to draw another card, Dark Arts card,
Oh, come on.
and I get Heir of Slytherin. So I got to roll the Slytherin die,
Come on.
and
bolts,
all heroes lose a health. So I am now stunned.
Yike.
So I have to lose half of my cards.
Round it down. Lose any tokens that you have.
Yeah, so I lose those. I lose that.
You
I can't heal because I'm gonna. But that's okay. I will play my Descendio, and I will gain 2 lightning bolts. I will gain, or excuse me,
I should
will.
have only lost 1. I'm sorry. I had my cloak in my hand.
Okay, I'll play my Birdie Bots. I will gain an influence, and I don't have any other allies. And I have my Clean Sweep, which will allow me to get another lightning bolt
Which comes in handy.
because I will apply 1 to Lucius, but 2 to Draco, and
that
I will
was
kill him.
3 lightning bolts assigned?
That was 3, but I can't get any health, but you can.
Awesome. Is any hero?
Any hero gains
Awesome.
2 health, so you gain
Thanks,
2 health
Ron.
because I can't. So Draco, I can't spend the 1, so fizzle it.
Yeah.
But because I defeated the villain, I'm going to get that 1 back.
Cool.
But we will remove 1 from the location.
I'll gain a bolt from Harry's ability, so I can start going on Lucius
Look at that.
over there.
We've cleaned up the location.
That's awesome. And you took out a villain.
So the next villain is, it's Crab and Goyle.
Ugh.
Each time a dark art villain, each time a dark art event or villain causes a hero to discard a card, that hero loses 1 health.
Lovely.
Oops. There we
My
go.
event is Hand of Glory. Active hero loses a health and add a token to the location.
Every time you add a location or a token to location, Malfoy gets rid of 1 lightning bolt.
Ugh. Not cool, dude. Alrighty. I'm not actually losing that health because I have my cloak. I keep forgetting that. But since I have my cloak, I can gain an influence. Let's see. I've got Hagrid. Everyone gains a health, but you're at max now. And then I get a bolt. 2 Aloha Moras, so 2 more influence, and Accio. You can choose to gain 2 influence or search your discard. I have no discard, so I'll take those influence. And 2 on Malfoy. 3, 4, 5.
You get Jenny.
I could get Jenny. I kind of like Trelawney though, with drawing 2 cards and then discarding one. So I'm gonna take her and fizzle the other one.
All right, my Dark Arts card is Petrification. All heroes lose a health and cannot draw extra cards this turn.
Each time an event causes a hero discard card. I was
Yep.
like, I knew the health was on there, so I did make sure we covered it.
I'm going to go ahead and play my Essence of Dittany.
Heal.
And I'm going to heal you for 2 because
Cool.
I would only heal for 1.
Thank you.
I have Wingardium Leviosa, which gives me an influence. And if I get an item, I can put it on top of my deck. I've got 3 Aloha Moras.
Nice.
And that gives me a total of 5. What does the Marauders map do again?
Draw 2 cards. If you discard the Marauders map, all heroes draw a card.
It's draw 2 cards?
It's draw 2 cards, and if you discard the map, all heroes draw a card.
I'm taking that because I get to put that on top of my deck.
There you go.
With my Wingardium Leviosa, not Leviosa. Unfortunately, I had no lightning bolts to assign.
It's okay. It happens. He who must not be named, add a token, and goes away a bolt.
Yep.
Yike. Alright, 2 Aloha Moras, so I'm gaining 2 influence. Remus, I gain a bolt. Any one hero gains 3 health. Might as well take it. We're both at max now.
Thank you.
Crumb gain 2 bolts. And Hogwarts history. Choose a house dice to roll. I'm gonna go ahead and do Slytherin. See if I can get some extra bolts. And I got a health, so we all gain a health, which is a bit redundant at this point.
Yeah.
But I've got 3 bolts there and 2 to spend. I'll go ahead and take Wingardium Leviosa. And that's my turn.
All right, my Dark Art card is Expulso. Active hero loses 2 health. But that's better than those guys doing anything.
Yeah.
So my Marauders map says I get to draw 2 cards. Okay, it's time for Ron to put the smack down on
Woohoo.
Lucius.
Do
So
it.
Pidgewiggin, I'm going to gain a bolt. Expecto Patronum, I'm going to gain a bolt.
Woohoo.
And remove a token.
Awesome. Go ahead and take another bolt from Harry.
Thanks, Harry.
You're welcome.
And I've got 3 Aloha Moras. And I have a Wingardium Leviosa, but there are no items, so that's not going to come into play.
Nope.
So let's just go ahead and we're going to assign all 3 to Lucius there.
And that was 3.
That was 3.
What
So
do you get to do?
I will gain 2 health. Puts me back to max.
Awesome.
I have 4.
Anything but Snape and Sprout. And Protego. So,
Yeah, I'm going to
yeah.
take me another Incendio because I like drawing cards, but Ron likes power.
But we got rid of Malfoy.
Malfoy goes bye-bye.
What do we do?
We say all heroes gain a money and
Awesome.
influence.
Cool.
I don't care, I call it money. And we remove 1 from there, but
We
we
already
already
did
moved,
that.
so no more extra bolts.
New villain?
New villain is Barty Crouch Jr.
Yeah.
Heroes
Yes.
cannot remove tokens from the location.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that hasn't really been an issue.
No. Relicio, all heroes choose 1. Discard an item or lose 2 health. I'm going to go ahead and discard my chocolate frog. And if I do discard it, I gain it money and a health. So, keeping my health the same.
You know, I will discard it. Oh, whoa.
Ooh, but I have... Ooh.
If you discard a card, you are going to lose
So
1
I am
health.
losing that health. All right. Thank
So I will just lose the 2 health.
you. Okay. That's fair.
Because why lose a card and a health?
Yeah. It's... Well, yeah, I
I'm
guess.
gonna be drawing
Yeah, I'll lose the 2 then. So I don't get that. Well, I do get the money from this one because then I gain a health back and a money. Hedwig, I'm going to go ahead and take the bolt. And Firebolt, take another bolt. And then 2 Aloha Moras. So, Party crouch. And 4 monies.
Are
Ooh.
you sure you want him on Barty?
But we can't remove things from him, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I can taking 1 health.
Okay.
That's
fine.
We don't, you could put your health
you're
or
good.
your damage on Goyle, too, so. I'm taking Finite, because you can remove a token from the location.
Alright, so I have Tarantellagra. Active hero loses 1 and cannot assign more than 1 lightning bolt to each villain this turn. So I will use my crystal ball. I'll draw 2 cards. And you know what? Let's get rid of the yellow. Well, I'm not going to kill anybody. You know what? I'm going to get rid of my clean sweep.
Okay.
Now I'm going to play my Marauders map and draw 2 more cards. And I don't have to get rid of those. Okay, so my Descendo, which will give me 2 bolts. And now comes the money. 1, 2, 3. 3 Alomoras. An Expecto Patronum, which unfortunately gives me a lightning bolt I'm not going to be able to use.
Yeah.
And we cannot remove anything from the location, but there is nothing, so that actually does me no good. And I will gain an influence for my birdie bots, and I did not play any allies, so I don't get any extra things, but that's okay. I will assign 1 to each one of those, and I have 5 to spend.
Anything but your heads of house.
Ooh, what's that Triwizard Cup do?
Gain a bolt, money, and health.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
But it's a port key.
Ah! Whisk me away. Calgon, take me away.
What?
Well, old commercial.
Alright. My Dark Art card is Crucio. Active hero loses a health and draw an additional. Heir of Slytherin. Roll the dice. And add a token to the location. Yay. You go ahead and shuffle those for me. And I cannot use Finite, unfortunately, to remove a token. Because we still got Barty over there. Loamora lets me gain an influence. Wingardium Leviosa gets me an influence. And there are no items out. Firebolt, I get a bolt. And with Remus, I get another bolt. Any 1 hero gains 3. I'll go ahead and heal you over there. So 2 on Bartamius. And 2 money fizzles. So
All right.
your turn.
My Dark Arts card is Dementor's Kiss. Active hero loses 2 health. All other heroes lose 1. So what we got on old Barty there?
He's got 5. Needs 2 more.
Well, I will use my Essence of Dittany. You know, I'm going to use it on you.
2.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then
Pidgewiggin.
Pidgewiggin, I'll give him a lightning bolt. And then I've got 3 Alomoras.
Ooh.
So
1 shy now.
Yeah, so I'm going to throw 1 on old
That's okay.
Bartamius Jr.
I can get it.
And 3. Can I buy anything for 3? Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
Alright, so all those are going to fizzle.
Alrighty, my Dark Arts. Turn to Telegra. Active hero loses 1. Cannot assign more than 1 bolt to each villain, but that's fine. So Sybil, draw 2 cards and then discard 1. If you discard a spell, gain 2 influence. So I'll go ahead and discard an Alohomora. Gain 2.
I do want to point out Crab and Goyle's effect does not come into play when you're discarding cards that way.
Yes.
Only for a Dark Arts or a villain.
Accio, so I can gain 2 or search my discard pile for an item, put it in my hand. So I'll go ahead and put that Firebolt in my hand and play it. So I will get a bolt, and if I defeat a villain this turn, I can also gain an influence, which I can do that. Hedwig, I can gain a bolt or 2 health. I'll go ahead and take the bolt. And then 2 Alomoras. And Hogwarts of History. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some more bolts.
Nope.
No, we all get health though, so that's not too bad. 2 lightning bolts, 1 on Barty, 1 on Crab and Goyle, and I get to defeat a villain, so I gain an influence, but that will be next turn. But I've got 4 monies. I'm gonna go ahead and take Incendio and take that influence for that one.
All right, so since we defeated Barty Crouch Jr., we removed 2 from the location, which was only 1. And our next villain is the Dementor.
Dementor.
Active hero is going to lose 2, which will be me.
Yes.
Let's see what my Dark Arts card is. Hand of Glory. Active hero loses 1, and we're going to add 1 to the location. So I'll lose that, and I will lose 2 to the Dementor's Kiss, which puts me down to 6 health. All right, so now I'm going to do my stuff. So Incendio, I'm going to gain a lightning bolt, and I'm going to draw a card.
Nice.
Pidgewiggin, I will gain a lightning bolt. And unfortunately, that's about all I'm going to do right now. So I've got 2 Alomoras, so I get 2 influence. I've got a Wingardium Leviosa squared, so I get 2 of those. So I can put items on top of my deck for 4.
Your spells and allies. You can get Jenny or Finite.
I can remove 1.
Jenny gets a bolt and an influence.
Yeah. Jenny, you can help your brother.
I mean, you know, she might as well.
And my 2 lightning bolts, you know what?
I can take out Crab and Goyle next turn if you want to start putting them on the Dementor.
All right. I'll put those on the Dementor.
Cool. My Dark Art card is Obliviate. All heroes choose 1. Discard a spell or lose 2 health.
Well, I'm going to lose 2 health because otherwise I'm going to
Yeah.
lose the card and that, which puts me down to 4.
Yeah. Alrighty. But thanks to Haggard, you're going to gain health because we all gain health. And I gain a bolt.
It's not Hogwarts without Haggard.
It's not. Crumb, I gain 2 bolts.
Crumb.
If I defeat a villain, I get stuff, and that's going to happen in a second. Any one hero gains a health and an influence. Go ahead and take that. And 2 more influence with Alomoras. So I've got 3, which defeats a villain, and I will gain an influence and a health. Right there with Crumb.
That influence is for next turn, right? Because we're going to check this at the end. So,
Yeah. So I have 3 money, which do I want wood? Yeah, wood's not bad. I'll gain a bolt with him. So do that, and I defeat them. What do we get to do?
all heroes draw a card.
Cool. And then with Crumb, I gain a health and an influence.
And our last villain, do you remember who? If you've been counting cards, who have we not seen yet? Yep.
Quirrell.
It is Quirrell.
Aha.
Active hero loses 1. So active heroes are going to lose 3
Ooh,
to
yikes.
these guys, which is really going to hurt, especially since I cannot heal myself. So let's see what my Dark Arts card is. Poison. All heroes choose 1. Discard an ally or lose 2 health. I don't even have any allies, so I'm actually going to get stunned this turn.
Yike.
Because now I'm going to... Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to lose 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm at 1. I'm going to be hanging on by a thread. So my...
Take
what?
health. I'm going to take only 1 health of damage because I've got a cloak.
My clean sweep will give me a lightning bolt, and my descendo will give me 2 lightning bolts. And then I have 4 Alomoras. So I have 3 lightning bolts. So this is going to help me a little bit. All 3 of them are going to go on the old Dementor there.
Awesome.
Dementor. And since I assigned 3, Ron's ability is going to kick in and give me 2 health back. So I'm hoping you're going to be able to defeat the Dementor.
Hopefully.
So the next turn I'm not losing my shirt and my health.
Losing your shirt.
Yeah, losing my shirt. I have 5 influence to spend. Let's see. Expecto Patronum is really good. I like that. Whoops. Protego, gain 1, and that's not bad either. You know, I'm going to take Protego.
Okay. Sounds good. All heroes lose a health. Add a token to the location. I'm not going to lose a health, though, because I've got my cloak.
But you got 3 here.
You can't lose more than 1 health from each dark art event or villain. So I can only lose 1 from the Dementor. So that's actually kind of helpful to have. So I gain an influence from my invisibility cloak. 2 from the Loamora. Hagrid, we're all going to gain a health. I gain a bolt. And I have another Loamora for another influence. And then my firebolt, I gain another lightning bolt. So we'll go ahead and put those there. We need 1 more. I'm sorry. And I've got 5 influence. Go ahead and take Expecto Patronum.
All right, that's not going to be good for me. So my dark
sorry.
art is a Pugno. All heroes reveal the top card of their deck. If it's a value of 1 influence or more, discard it and lose 2 health. I get Essence of Dittany.
Oh, so you're losing health.
And I'm losing 2 health.
And you're losing.
You're stunned. I'm stunned. So I got to lose half my cards rounded down.
Can you take out a Dementor though?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's lose. Let's see. So I'll discard those 2. All right, so good thing is I'm drawing cards.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I am drawing 2 cards with the Marauders map, and I got to shuffle my deck again. And then I have my Crystal Ball, which will allow me to draw 2 cards. And then I can discard 1. I'll discard my Loamora. I will play Triwizard Cup. I will gain a Lightning Bolt, a money, and I won't gain the health because I'm stunned. Pidgewiggin, I will gain a Lightning Bolt. Protego, I will gain a Lightning Bolt. And my Loamora, I'll gain an Influence. So 3 Lightning Bolts.
Woohoo.
So I only need 1 for the Dementor.
2 on Quirrell.
And 2 on Quirrell. So I've got 2 to spend. Nothing to buy, so that's going to fizzle.
But Dementor's gone.
The Dementor is gone,
What do we do?
and all heroes gain 2 health, which is not going to help me.
Helps me.
But we get to remove 1 from here.
And I'll take a bolt from Harry.
You can take a bolt from Harry. And then I gain all my health back.
We're doing pretty good here.
Yeah, we're actually
really
doing
good.
better than we did
I don't want to jinx
before.
myself though. All heroes lose a health and add 1 to the location. Thanks, David. Oliver Wood, I gain a bolt. Loamora, I gain an influence. Crumb, gain 2 bolts. Lupin, gain a bolt. Any 1 hero gains 3 health. I might as well. Why not? And take that bolt. And Incendio, gain a bolt, draw a card.
Wow, you're going to put it, lay the smack it down on the old Quirrell.
Loamora. So I've got 2 monies. Isn't going to do me any good. But you know what? Just all of those.
All
Bam.
for him.
And then if I defeat a villain, I can gain an influence and a health from Crumb. And then if I defeat a villain, any 1 hero gains 2 health. But, it doesn't really matter now.
Nope.
So I just, repeatedly beat the crap out of Quirrell's head.
I think you just kind of, and then all heroes gain an influence and a health.
Woohoo!
But he's dead. We
and
win.
we're good.
All right. So let's award ourselves that Triwizard Cup. I cannot believe how easily we won this one.
Yeah, we actually did really good. You got stunned a couple times, but that didn't even really make that much of a difference, which was nice, because Ron came in super handy this game.
Yeah, Ron he's just like beating the snot out of people left and right.
Yeah.
And has his ability of adding, when you add 3 lightning bolts, getting 2 health back, that
helped.
That's almost as good as Neville. Almost.
Yeah,
but,
almost.
But no, that was really good. So now that we have rejoiced and this cup is not a port key,
nope.
Let's get to what we think. Okay, Megan, I'll let you go first.
All right. I love this addition to this game. I think there's so much more. It's really minor stuff. You're getting a couple new cards and all, but as you saw at the beginning, those dice are super cool, and I love how handy they can become, especially with History of Magic. I know we didn't really get to use that much. I know a couple other games we have, and none of us got ahead of house to kind of use that ability more, but those dice are super cool, and they come in so handy, and I love that. I love getting into the Triwizard Tournament because that is like one of my favorite things from the stories. I love that David Tennant has some cards in here just because I love David Tennant. But I think it's super cool, and I know that the Triwizard Tournament's going to come back up later in some expansions, but I'm not going to give out any more spoilers than that, and I'm looking forward to adding that, though, into the mix with this now.
Yeah, you know, I was there for a while. I was playing like Neville quite a bit. I was playing Harry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm liking Ron a lot.
Ron's super good.
Just because, you know, getting those cards that add the extra lightning bolts just really plays into his ability. So I really like that synergy there. I think also we've gotten lucky on how the villains have come up because
Getting the Basilisk early on is super helpful.
yeah, when you can't draw cards
That hurts.
and you don't have cards in your hand that you have to draw cards, getting rid of him early, then you get those cards so you can actually use them. That's been a big help. And I know the previous games we played, we had the Basilisk come up early, and
That really does make it easier.
we were able to get rid of him there too.
It helps getting the Death Eater out of the way too, especially when you start drawing on Mors Mortis.
Yeah, I like the new cards that are coming into this set. I like having the head of houses
I think
and
that's cool,
and what
yeah.
they do because they are powerful cards. In this game, we actually saw a few of them come up. We didn't see McGonagall.
No.
I had McGonagall in the last game we played.
Flitwick didn't come up either. I had Snape and Sprout last couple games too.
Yeah.
But I also had Dumbledore that game too. Like I was coming in with so much money that game, so I got everybody.
Yeah,
but
Dumbledore's awesome. But
Dumbledore's so cool.
no, I like how the difficulty, well, really, it's supposed to be ramping up in the couple games that we've played of Game 4. We've not had any
We've
issue. We've
gotten
kind of
lucky.
cruised to this. Now, in the last game that we did play, we did lose the Quidditch World Cup, but that was because I wasn't watching the thing down
No.
here, and we had actually taken out a villain the previous turn, but we had lost the World Cup. We would not have lost
Would
it.
not have.
So
So it was one of those things. But I mean, that didn't affect us much either. We've never got to the third location. We've never been like severely hurt with moving to the second one either. So I mean, we've done pretty well.
yeah.
But then again, it is just luck of the cards too.
Now, this really has nothing to do with the game itself, but this is about Harry Potter.
It is.
So when the Harry Potter movies came out, the first two came out around Thanksgiving. So because of that, and I think we saw both of them on Thanksgiving night.
did.
Each time that they came out. Harry Potter has kind of always been, you know, more
A
of
holiday movie.
well, it's kind of a Thanksgiving, you know, November-ish type
Yeah.
of thing for us, because that's when we saw the first couple movies. That's really when the whole thing kind of captured both of our imaginations because, you know, we hadn't read any of the books before that.
I was too young to read the books at that point.
Well, that's true. And it
was
was
way too
just,
young.
you know, the whole magic of Harry Potter, I think, really hit
love
us.
it.
And now playing this game has, especially this time of year, just kind of brings all that back together. And there's a new movie that's getting ready to come out, the Fantastic Beasts movie.
The Crimes of Grindelwald, which pulls you back into the universe. It's not following the Golden Trio, but you know, you're still back into the world of magic, which I love.
And we
so
do get to
much.
revisit Hogwarts,
do.
or I should say, visit it for the first time
Yes.
as you know,
In the
Newt and those
past.
guys are there.
I'm so excited. I
So
love it. And it's featuring a Hufflepuff, and that's my house, so I'm very happy about that.
even though you're a ginger,
So I'm just like a cousin of the Weasleys.
yeah.
It works, but you know.
But no, I do really like how the game does keep ramping up.
I'm
You know,
excited
we
for
only
Game
added
5.
2 more villains from the box or from Game 4.
But they add some damage. Like they can do a lot of like heavy hitting depending on what dark arts cards come up into play.
Well, let's see. We had
I mean, your Death Eater with Mors Morta, that's very effective. And then you've got Barty.
yeah, where'd he go?
He was like one of the last
There
ones.
he is.
There he is.
Yeah, so those
Terrible promo picture, though. I mean, it's
so
David
those two
Tennant.
guys. Yeah, so This one, if you don't take care of the Death Eater, he's just going to keep hitting you. He's not as bad as the Dementor. I think the Dementor losing
Dementor's
to,
worse.
yeah, that's bad. And then this is, you've got to get rid of him quick, because if you don't, then you're going to be losing locations. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So you really got to kind of pay attention to that. Like I said, I do like the additional cards that we've got.
Head of House is pretty cool. It's good to
Looking
have.
forward to Game 5.
I'm so looking forward to Game 5 because, you've got, Order of the Phoenix, and you've got Dumbledore's Army, and then you've got the Battle of the Ministry. Like, you've got a lot going on, and it's the biggest book for a reason because there's so much crammed into it.
And it does feel like we are progressing
It's getting darker.
through Hogwarts. Yeah,
Yep.
it is getting darker.
It's getting a lot darker.
And we're seeing these other characters and such come into play. So,
I love it.
so really like that. The game has been spectacular. I've really enjoyed playing it a lot.
It's probably going to be my game of the year just because I love it so much.
And remember, our game of the year is not based on when a game comes out. It's based on when
we
it
play
actually
it.
hits the channel.
Yep.
So, yeah, that would be...
Because I got this for, Christmas 2 years ago?
Yeah.
But I mean, I love it. It's so good.
All right, so that is Game 4 of Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. Looking forward to Game 5, and we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
If you would like to support us, you can visit patreon.com/dadvdaughter.
Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.